What's up, everybody? My name is Sammy Long. I've been interning here at Hoops Talk for a few weeks. Some of you may know me. I've been behind the scenes, highlighting your guys' comments, making sure Alan gets everything you guys want to know. So it's nice to get to meet all you virtually through this thing. But I'm just a little bit about me. I'm a diehard Laker fan. I grew up in LA. I'm from South Pasadena originally. I go down here to San Diego State for school. So it really was an honor to be able to be a part of a Laker podcast. The great guy like Alan, who's really helped me a lot. So 3 things I'm going to get into today. We're going to talk about the last matchup with the Suns, which was not a fun game for the Lakers. The injury report heading into tomorrow. There's some big names on both sides that are maybe not going to play. And then how the Lakers get a win in Phoenix, as well as taking a look at the standings and how everything's going to pan out looking forward. So heading in the first thing, a game the Lakers really like to forget. The leading scorer was D'Lo off the bench with 19 points. This was actually one of the games that kind of got D'Lo back in the starting lineup because things were so dire. LeBron and AD had maybe their worst games as Lakers. Looking at it here, AD had 13 points. LeBron had 10. Reddish didn't even scratch. Reeves had 13. Prince had 11. So it was really just a bad game. The Suns were ready for this one. You could tell because the Lakers were 3-0 against them heading into the game. And Booker went for 31, which was a real hot topic conversation the next day because Austin Reeves and Max Christie were guarding him the whole time and really had no answers whatsoever. And that's always been – and I'm a huge Austin Reeves supporter. I love Austin Reeves, but that's always been the one knock is that, if he's not scoring, which he has been recently, he's – a liability defensively, just like D'Angelo Russell. But these guys recently, especially D'Lo, have really been going off and really asserting their offensive dominance, their gifts on the game. So he went off. Beal had 37, went absolutely crazy. Really one of his coming out party performances for the Phoenix Suns. So that one, I remember heading into that game, I didn't think it was going to look like that, but I didn't necessarily think the Lakers were going to win the game because of having won 3. Winning in the in-season tournament, they were complaining about calls. Whatever, we don't care about that. But there was a lot heading in that game. Definitely meant a lot more to them. But this is gonna be a fun one. Now the Lakers. It's the Lakers' turn to enact a little revenge because they got flat out embarrassed on their home floor last time, and that just can't happen. It's time to do it to them on their home floor. Look at the injury report. Some big guys possibly out for them tomorrow. Beal and Nurkic may not play, which would be huge. Obviously, we all know what Bradley Beal is, superstar, great player. Nurkic is huge, though, too. People really can't understate that enough because he's the guy that guards AD. If he's not playing, there's really no one to guard AD. Bobo had a really good game the other night, one of the best games of his career, actually. Excuse me. He had 25 points and 14 boards, I believe. So they're going to look to feed him, but we all know AD should dominate that matchup, as he should. And Beal, not having Beal, this is a Phoenix team that relies heavily on their superstars being superstars. I mean, they need KD, Booker, and Beal to be all of them hanging around the 30-point mark, high 20s. They can't afford it because they don't have the bench. I mean, just looking at their last game, I believe their bench combined for like 10 points. I'm gonna look that up for us, but I mean, they really do not get a lot out of their bench. And it's because they're so star reliant. So when they're on, when the Suns are on, they look unbelievable. They look like this is just like the Brooklyn Nets. It's kind of the same thing. When it was Harden and Durant and Kyrie, it was when it looked great, it looked unreal. But then is that really sustainable in the playoffs? That's sustainable for multiple 7-game series? I don't know. I don't necessarily believe so. Looking here. I mean, against Houston, these guys really didn't do much. I mean, they combined for Bobo had 25 off the bench, and that was it. Okogie had 0, Young had 2, O'Neal got 1. So Bobo needs to keep having games like that if they want to go anywhere, and especially if Nurkic isn't playing, because Nurkic needs to play for them to win. And on the Lakers side, kind of same old. Reddish out, Vando out, which really sucks because of your two great defenders, especially in a game like this where you need to deploy them on their superstars and kind of give them problems all game and not let them get anywhere they want, especially after last time where Beal and Booker really got off on this entire Laker team. And Vincent still out. So still waiting on these guys to come back, but it'll be better when they do. But the Lakers got the squad that they're running with. This Phoenix team this year, we played them 4 times, actually hasn't seen this starting lineup that's been 6-0 so far with D'Lo, Reeves, Hachimura, LeBron, and AD. So that'll be exciting to see them really on the floor because we saw what they did last year in the playoffs. I mean, they were running through everyone, even Denver, who swept the Lakers. It wasn't their fault why we didn't win that series. D'Lo's another story, but it's exciting to see this lineup fully come together because they really have been unreal when they've been on the floor together. I believe they're averaging like 122 points a game, which is one of the best in the league. A really high offensive efficiency rating. Another thing going against Phoenix specifically, Phoenix does not have a lot of size. They're a pretty small team, especially as I mentioned, Nurkic is out. Bobo is going to really need to play well. The Lakers have size, especially with this lineup. I mean, you're thinking AD's got size, LeBron's got size, Hachimura's got size. You really need to pound the rock and hope that these guys get in foul trouble early. So heading into my next thing, how do the Lakers get a win in Phoenix? It sounds simple and cliche, but you can't let the stars just get whatever they want. You know that they're going to get their 20. You can't let anyone else get off. You can't let a Bobo have 25 points. And especially if Beal's out, you need to take KD or Booker and make them somewhat not what they can be. Don't let both of them get 35. Don't let both of them get in the upper 30s, something like that, getting whatever they want, opening this for open corner threes for guys like a Kogi and things like that. They need to make sure that, look, we all know Kevin Durant's going to get his, Devin Booker's going to get his, but they can't be dominating the game. And really comes down to, I think it's going to be interesting. This is a statement for Reeves. Reeves can really make a statement that he's not a scrub defensively. I've heard, I believe it was Doc Rivers on ESPN before he was obviously Milwaukee's coach, talking about how, he's not as bad defensively as people want to make him, but he needs to show it. And this is a real opportunity to show it. 12:30 primetime Sunday showcase against one of the elite players in the game, in Devin Booker, a guy who cooked you last time, along with Max Christie. I mean, I see these guys get a little get back and somewhat limit him offensively and obviously get a big win over in Phoenix. And then for the standings, this is, it's big. Every game for the Lakers is big. I know a lot of people were frustrated, including me, that LeBron sat Thursday night and then played Friday. You're thinking that the Lakers can beat the Spurs without LeBron. Now, counter to last night, the Spurs made that a game multiple times late in the game, late in the third quarter, early in the fourth. It was like, are the Lakers really going to blow this game? I mean, this is a game you can absolutely not afford to lose considering the schedule you have coming up. I mean, in March, looking at it here, you have we get the Suns tomorrow, Clippers, Wizards, and then you got a tough stretch of Nuggets, Thunder, Kings, Bucks, T-Wolves, Kings. So these are big games. And one positive thing to look at that, a lot of people like to look at it as, the Lakers are doomed. They have a tough schedule. Well, it's also an opportunity to move up in the standings. And the Suns are a team that's right above them in the standings. They're literally one spot above them on the 8th seed. And even if the Lakers can't get to the 6 and above, where they're not playing the plan, you at least want to get to that 7 or 8 spot where you have two cracks at it to get in the dance versus being a 9 or 10 seed where you have to win 2 straight games against high-level competition. I mean, look at March Madness. I mean, look how hard that is, especially in a do-or-die game where you're trying. And then to ask them to win 2 do-or-die games and turn around and play, Minnesota or Oklahoma City. I mean, that's tough. Or the Nuggets, someone like that. So they need to win these games. This is a big game because you can obviously hand Phoenix a loss and get the Lakers a win. But there's a lot of opportunity to move up in the standings. Sacramento, Phoenix deadlocked. Dallas at the 6, 3 games up on the Lakers. New Orleans 5.5. So, everything up to the 5 seed is really attainable for the Lakers. I don't know how much I believe in the Pelicans. I don't know how much I believe in the Mavs. I think the Mavs are a lot like Phoenix, where when they look really good, when Luka and Kyrie and these guys are on, they look unreal. But night in, night out, I don't know that they have that kind of sustainability that a team like honestly, when the Lakers play at their ability, they can be, because they have a much deeper roster than some of these teams. But need that consistency night in, night out. So thank you guys for listening. It's nice to meet all you. And I look forward to hearing from you guys in the comments. And thank you very much. Go Lakers.